When the inventor of the Sarco pod announced to the world that he had made a 3D printed self-administered death machine without any use of a prescription drug, so he could bypass the need for physician involvement, many people in Switzerland knew that it was probably going to be tested in our country, because Switzerland has one of the most liberal legislations in the world as regards suicide assistance. What our criminal code requires for suicide assistance to be legal is that it be suicide. So you have to give someone the means to kill themselves. You can't kill them even on their request, because then it's murder on demand by the victim, not suicide. You must have a candidate for death who is capable of decision making, and you must have an assistant with no selfish motive. And that is it. So it's legal in Switzerland to not have a physician involved in assisted suicide. Now, the person who invented this machine could have simply used this legal framework and tested it in Switzerland and called it a day. But he did not do that, because he seems to be someone who likes to make chaos and get attention. It's also, I mean, I don't know if that's his intention or not, but it's also quite a good marketing ploy to get a lot of attention, buzz. So he announced that he was going to do this in Switzerland, and 3 cantonal district attorneys said, not in our canton, I will prosecute if you come here. There are 26 cantons in Switzerland, so he had plenty to choose from, but he chose one of those 3. That tells you something about this person. Also, he was on a Zoom call while it was happening. He didn't actually come here. So the Sarco pod is, on the face of it, not illegal in Switzerland, because it's not illegal to not have a physician involved. And the whole point of this machine is that there doesn't need to be a physician involved. It's also not a crime to kill yourself in Switzerland. Nevertheless, the Sarco pod was still described as illegal by one of our federal councillors, one of the members of our executive. Our executive is a committee. I can do another video on that if you like. This is not what this video is about. But the thing is, a device has to be authorized in Switzerland, and the inventor tried to have it authorized by Swissmedic, which is the Swiss Drug and Medical Devices Agency, and they refused to touch it with a 10-foot pole. They said this is not a medical device, because you see, since there is no need for a physician in suicide assistance in Switzerland, suicide assistance is not a medical intervention. And so they did not authorize this. And so they did not give an authorization for this device. Now, so is it a weapon? Should it have been authorized by our weapons administration? It's a very strange weapon that can only be turned against yourself. You can't actually use it to off someone else. It won't work. It has to be started from the inside of the machine. And so the reason why our minister said it was illegal is because nitrogen had never been authorized for this use. Nitrogen makes up about 80% of the atmosphere I'm breathing now. Nitrogen is all over Switzerland. Nitrogen is all over the world. But in an artificial use, it does still need to be authorized, and it has never been authorized for that use. So it was a technicality. It was none of the fundamentals. The fundamentals were actually compatible with Swiss law, but the technicality seems not to have been. This is an on the face of it analysis. To my knowledge, jump in the comments if you have news which I missed, but to my knowledge there is still an open prosecution going on, and we shall see. Perhaps the conclusion will add stuff to what I've been saying here. Yeah.